Okay.
Hi, welcome Inge to our company. Have a seat. Okay. So nice to see you here finally. Yes. Yeah, I think we can start right away with the job interview. So I was wondering, you chose to do your placement at our company, but why were you so interested in our company?
First of all, I like the way you work, the project-based working, and like the events you come up with. You have so many different ways of conducting like date events, and I'm actually really interested in that. I would like to bring people together and well, come up with creative ideas and concepts to make this work and to really bring these people together who might even build a new future together or just have fun together. So that's why I'm interested.
Okay, that's nice to hear. So you also said you like the creative side of our company.
Yes.
Do you also consider yourself as a creative person?
Yeah, I think I'm rather creative. Yeah, I had a lot of projects in school where we had to come, where we had to use creative ways to come up with concepts and products, and I always see this as my quality. I like it to think out of the box and solve problems in a creative and innovative way, and I think I'm creative, and I'd like to work on a creative based way. So.
Okay, I can understand. And how were the courses called where you did the creative things, the creative projects?
For example, I had Imagineering, so we had to come up with my first Imagineering project was a new. It was sort of to bring people together as well. It was a project to bring a neighborhood closer together and to make them feel bonded and proud of their neighborhood. So we had creative sessions for that, and we had to come up with a visualization, and I always really like to get into that and then come up with a nice end result. And previous term I even had an Imagineering concept to come up with a new sort of attraction for a sea mammal park, a marine mammal park in Holland. So that was really nice as well, and we had to make a video in the end, and think all these little steps through, and then I sort of like that, to give everything like a half eye for detail, and then I like it to give everything that last special touch.
Okay.
So that were two courses where the creativity was
involved.
Involved, yes.
Okay, so many creative projects as I hear.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for our company, I would be interested to hear how you think you would contribute in our company.
First of all, I am a really good team player. I like it to be surrounded with people, and they inspire me, and I like it to work in a team, and like to have meetings and, for example, brainstorm, and then like someone comes up with something, and I like to work that out as a bigger plan, and like to use them or their ideas as inspiration to come up with even nicer or bigger things. So I think that's really a quality of me, and I like to make people feel at ease. So I'll always make sure that everyone is feeling welcome and feeling equal, and I think that's a really good quality. I'm a hard worker. I really, how do I say that? I really have heart for the business if I work somewhere, and I think
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you are really interested in a business, you also like to work hard.
Yes.
Maybe as I experienced by myself.
I
also have heart for the business. So I heard that you are creative,
Yeah.
but of course, and a team player and hard worker. But on my list was also the question to hear how you would describe yourself. Do you have any extra characteristics you'd like to mention?
I am social, enthusiastic. Um, yeah, as I say, if I get into things, I get really enthusiastic and I work even harder. And some other qualities of mine, I think they sort of are mentioned. Yeah,
They are
covered.
mentioned,
Yeah.
So the creativity, team
Hard
player,
worker.
hard worker. Okay, so that. And if you can choose, because you said more than you said a few characteristics now. If you can choose, which one would you choose? Which three would you choose? Which describe you the best? Three words, three characteristics.
Three of them,
Yeah.
I think. Enthusiastic, creative, team player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would describe you
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah. Like I work really good individual as well, but I noticed that while working in a team and with new, good and nice people around me, I can deliver even better quality.
Better,
so
yeah.
yeah. So
Sometimes other people can take more out of you,
Yeah.
take the best out of you.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that, as you always need
Inspiration.
several people to make, to make a good team.
Yeah.
And things you don't have, other people may have, and
Yes, exactly.
that's how you can contribute together to make it even better.
Yes.
Okay, good to hear. And then, you live in the Netherlands, and this is not the Netherlands.
No.
So, do you already have some experience in going abroad, or is this your first time?
No, I have, quite some experience with going abroad. Placement-wise, not yet, but I worked in Spain like a couple of times for
Okay.
like 3 months, and I went traveling like around the world by myself, also for a longer period, and I just love it to be abroad. And
Mm-hmm.
as I mentioned before, I love it to work with other people, and I also I really enjoy getting to know new people and new cultures, and it takes sort of I enjoy it a lot, and it takes the best out of me. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you hope to experience that here as well?
Yeah, I hope so. I've never been to Australia before, but I'm really curious about how it's going to be there and how people work, and I'm just ready for new experiences like that. So
Okay. So you've never been in Australia before, and what would you expect about the people here, about how we Australians work, or how we act, basically? Do you think it will be difficult for you to adapt to that, or will it be a bit similar to the Netherlands?
If it will be difficult, I don't know yet, and maybe the start is always difficult because you need to get used to something new, and that might be difficult, but I'm willing to go for it, and I really see this as how do you say that?
Opportunity to learn about that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Uitdaging. I'm really looking for. Well, anyways, I see it as a lot of new objectives that I can go and reach, and I just try to get into the culture. I will read about it before, and I make sure that I know how everything goes, and like the working times, and they might they might be different than here in Holland, like not 9 to 5 but longer, and willing to just experience how it is there and to dive into it, and well, if it depends on the culture, I just like make sure that I arrange something with my Australian colleagues to really get to see their culture, so I can understand it as quick as possible. And
you really want to learn
I
about
really
the
want to learn
Australian
about it,
culture.
yes.
Okay, that's nice to hear.
Yes.
Well, you will probably when you're working here. So you want to experience the Australian culture, but and you also went abroad before. But do you think you also adapted easily when you were in the other countries? Do you adapt easily to culture?
Yeah, because I'm interested in other cultures. I dive into them, and I make connections with the locals and try to understand how they live, and I try to like live the same as them, and it's really, I find it really interesting, so it's easy for me to adapt, especially if it's a nice country, and I agree with the way they're living, and if it's not some sort of, like, how do you say that, for example, like maybe a Russian culture where they're more against women and things like that. I would have trouble with that, but I think Australia, that will not be a problem for me.
No, I don't think those things will be seen in the culture here. Well, and then you mentioned that you went abroad for a few times, and then I would like to hear, you worked in Spain, you said?
Yes.
What did you do in Spain?
It was totally different. I just worked in a bar.
Okay.
During the summer, like, it was a summer job.
Okay.
Just for a shorter time, but it was really nice to experience their culture and to be abroad, and I really like it, so I'm looking forward to my placement in another country.
Okay. But a bar is also a part of a leisure experience, so it's still related to each other. Well, and then I would like to ask you about your way of work. Could you please tell me how you handle with stress and pressure?
I'm normally pretty laid back, and I handle stress quite well. What I do know is, like, the start of my education, I had some troubles with planning, so I postponed some of my work. Sometimes, like, I was a bit insecure to do it wrong, and then I just didn't do it, or postponed it to the end, and then in the end, of course, it brings a lot of stress with it, because you still have to do it before the due date. And what I experienced then is that because I really have to do it now, and there is some more pressure on me, that I actually work maybe even better than when I would normally do it, just
because you
a
really
week before
need to.
the deadline. So because then I really need to, But like, I worked on that. My planning is better now, but I wouldn't say that I handle stress bad, because it works as it can work as a positive thing for me as well.
Yeah, that could be, of course.
Yeah.
Sure. And then, so you come here to do your placement. What do you expect about your task? What do you think you can do in our company to also, that we can get something out of it, but also you can do something from it?
I think I'm capable of maybe coming up with a new concept for one of the date nights, or set up like some sort of date-related event or a speed date, like you already do, but then maybe something new. And because like I have these Imagineering experience, so I'm capable of that. We also had marketing and project management, so I have a background in that, and I would be able to campaign maybe a new event or market it, so to say, come up with a promotion for it. Yeah, I think I'm capable of a lot of those things.
Okay. And would you also be interested to host the event? When you set up the plan to make it happen, the event, and promote it, but would you also like it to be there and host it?
I think it would be sort of a dream that comes true, of course, because you get the chance here in Holland to set up events for yourself, or music events or something like that. But to really like work it out on paper and really execute it, that would be a great honor to do.
Okay.
So
Yes, it's also nice when you make something that you also can see.
Yeah, how it is, and after it you can evaluate, and maybe if something goes wrong, you learn from your mistakes. And so I think the placement should be a really good sort of education. I think you'll always gain a lot from it, maybe even more than from sitting in class and following your workshops and doing the projects. I think when you really get into the working life and gain these working experience, that I think you will learn the most from that.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah.
And then another, maybe a private question, maybe a bit. As this is a speed date company, I would like to hear if you have any experiences in speed dating, or are you familiar with it? Do you know what it is about?
Yeah.
You went to a speed date event? Or?
No, actually never went to a speed date event. Me and my friends always spoke about it too. Like you have the speed date with a clock, and you just go past. You pass all these different tables.
Yes,
and we talked about it to do it for fun, but I never really never really did it. So, but I am familiar with how it works. And
you know the concept.
Yeah, but I think it would be fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's nice just to have to experience an event once, really being there and attending yourself. It's maybe, if you want to, of course, you can maybe go to an event just to see how it exactly goes, how it feels for the visitors.
That would be a good start and a nice preparation, I think. So, I will take that in consideration.
Okay, that's nice. Well, I think I covered all the questions.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you came here and that we could have this conversation to see what we can do with you, or how we can help you. And now I would like to thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And we will contact each other.
Yeah, I hope to hear from you. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.